Right now, there are islands on Earth you literally cannot visit. Not because they're too far away or too expensive, but because governments and nations have drawn a line in the sand and said absolutely no tourists allowed. Some protect uncontacted tribes. Others hide nuclear scars. A few are so dangerous that stepping ashore means certain death. These are the Forbidden Islands, and their stories reveal why some places must stay beyond our reach. Niihau sits just 2 miles off Hawaii's coast, close enough to see from Kauai's beaches. Yet for over a century, one family, the Robinsons, has kept it completely sealed. Just 160 people live there, and none of them want visitors. The only way in is by being Navy personnel or having a relative already trapped there. Tourists, journalists, and curious islanders have been turned away for generations. It's Hawaii's greatest mystery wrapped in tropical mystery. In the Bay of Bengal lies North Sentinel Island, home to one of Earth's last uncontacted tribes with absolutely zero immunity to modern diseases. The Sentinelese have rejected the outside world entirely, and for good reason. In 2018, missionary John Chow defied India's ban and landed on shore. The tribe shot him with arrows. In 2025, influencer Mikhailo Polyakov lasted 5 minutes before arrest. He faces 5 years in prison just for trying. These islands aren't forbidden randomly. Take Heard Island, positioned between Antarctica and Madagascar in the southern Indian Ocean. It's pure volcanic chaos, 2 active volcanoes shaped by glaciers and winds that would blow you sideways. The landscape is completely barren limestone and volcanic debris. Australia restricts access because its ecosystems are incredibly fragile, untouched by humans for millennia. Even scientists need special permits just to set foot there. Off Iceland's coast lies Surtsey Island, literally the newest island on Earth. A volcanic eruption 4 years in length created it from nothing. Today, it's open only to a handful of scientists studying how life colonizes barren land. Researchers track ecological succession in real time, watching as plants and insects transform an entirely new world. One careless tourist trampling the moss could corrupt decades of scientific data irreplaceably. Brazil's Ilha de Queimada Grande doesn't need guards or government bans. It has something far more effective. Between 4 and 5 snakes per square metre, all of them among Earth's deadliest species. The golden lancehead viper exists nowhere else on Earth. Authorities restrict access to preserve the species and keep people alive. One bite brings respiratory failure within hours, with no antidote in existence. Bikini Atoll in the Marshall Islands saw 67 nuclear explosions during Cold War testing. The radiation seared into the ground, the water, the very atoms of existence there. Today, swimming there means absorbing cesium-137 into your bones. Locals were forcibly relocated from their homeland. 50 years later, some returned. Unaware contamination lingered. The island remains a graveyard of geopolitical ambition, sealed off as a warning to humanity. Diego Garcia in the British Indian Ocean Territory is completely off limits. It's a US military base hosting surveillance equipment that watches half the world. No civilians, no tourists, no exceptions, ever. Interestingly, the Faroe Islands protect something far different. Birds nesting on cliffs so steep that aircraft can barely fly over them. One human footstep during breeding season ends entire species seasons. Nature conservation beats recreation. So what happens if you ignore these bans? Fines reach tens of thousands of dollars, criminal charges, imprisonment. But that's assuming you survive the island itself. Disease, starvation, arrows, or venom might reach you first. Social media has created a perverse incentive structure. One 5-minute stunt on North Sentinel Island earns millions of views and years of legal consequences. The real story isn't the exploit, it's why we're not supposed to be there. These islands teach us something profound. Some places shouldn't be touched. Uncontacted peoples have every right to remain uncontacted. Ecosystems need pristine laboratories undisturbed by Instagram influencers. The Forbidden Islands remind us that exploration has limits, and those limits exist not to punish curiosity, but to protect what's genuinely irreplaceable on our planet. Some mysteries are better left unsolved.